Will the Russo brothers ever make a film that doesn't star an Avenger? I guess we'll have to wait and see. So Extraction is directed by Sam Hargrave and stars Chris Hemsworth as Tyler Rake, a fearless black market mercenary who embarks on the most deadly extraction of his career when he's enlisted to rescue the kidnapped son of an imprisoned international crime lord. Extraction was a film I was looking forward to. I actually really liked the poster for this movie, the trailer got me really excited, and also the fact that there was a particular cast member within this, who I'll get to in a little bit, who I discovered was in the film, and I could not wait to see her in it. So this film just had a lot of good stuff going for it. Also, the Russos did produce this, and also Joe Russo has a hand in writing the screenplay for it, and I think that this film just looks really exciting and a really good get for Netflix. So Chris Hemsworth as Tyler Rake was a character that I really enjoyed. I really liked his performance in the movie, I thought he was really strong, and also the character of Tyler I really got behind as a protagonist, because even though he's quite a hard-edged, quite gritty character, he has such a charisma to him, because obviously it is Chris Hemsworth, that you're able to kind of just get on board with him and relate with him on a certain level, which just made him a really great protagonist for this movie, which I really got into. Also, the kid who plays Ovi, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name because I don't want to butcher it in any way, but he was great. Really impressed me. I was genuinely shocked by how great he was in this movie, because he's a 14-year-old, you know, he tag along, I don't know how old the actor is, but the character's 14, you know, he's going to be like this tag-along character. I thought he could have been whiny and bratty, but he's not like that at all. He's actually a genuinely really good character, and really well performed as well. And Bollywood star Randeep Hooda also really impressed me in this film as well. His character was great, he was badass, and really wasn't equal to Chris Hemsworth, at least on a hand-to-hand combat level. I just really enjoyed his character as well. Really interesting, really exciting. And again, his fight scenes were absolutely fantastic as well, especially when he's going up against Chris Hemsworth in some of those really high intensity scenes. And the standout for me, who I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is Golshifteh Farahani. I absolutely loved her in this movie. I just adore this actress because I love her in Patterson. That's one of my favourite films of all time, and I adore her in that film. So when I saw her in the trailer for this, I got very, very excited. And yeah, she's great in this. I really enjoy her role. I really enjoy her character. Plus what I liked as well, she's a lot more involved in the story than I thought she was going to be, and gets a lot more involved in the actual goings-on of the film as it goes on, which I really appreciate, because again, I just love her, I think she's great, and I was literally punching the air with excitement, especially towards the end of the film with her character. Now, people who are going to be talking about Extraction are mostly going to be talking about one thing, and that is the action. And yes, the action is absolutely incredible in this movie. I was genuinely taken away with how great the action was. I heard it was good, I heard it was really good, I didn't think it was going to be this good. Like, it's genuinely one of the best action movies I've seen in quite a while. I think that this film is up there with the John Wick films as far as Hollywood action movies go. I think that the idea of Sam Hargrave coming in to direct this, of course this is his feature directorial debut, but he was a stunt coordinator on many of the Marvel movies and was actually Chris Evans' stunt double for a couple of the Marvel films as well. Him coming in to direct this just shows why stunt coordinators are made to direct action films, because they know how to plan these things out. They know how to plan a story around an action movie, and they know how to create stories within action sequences themselves to make them feel cohesive. And that's exactly what this film feels like, and you can tell that it was a stunt guy who directed it, because again, it's just so brilliant. And also the stunt team entirely behind the film do a fantastic job throughout. Like, particularly there's many one-take scenes within this movie, particularly this car chase, which goes from a car chase into a more enclosed action sequence, was pretty much all in one take, and I'm pretty sure if I wasn't looking for the hidden cuts that are in it, I wouldn't have noticed, because it's that seamless. There are definitely some hidden cuts within, it definitely seems that way. I could be wrong, but it definitely seems like there are hidden cuts. I could definitely feel like I could see a few of them. But if I wasn't looking for that specifically, I don't think I would have noticed, because of how well it's put together and how seamless it all comes across on screen. The action is fast, it's brutal, it's fun, it's great to watch, and Chris Hemsworth is an absolute badass in this movie. He just goes through and just really gets these scenes, he really gets stuck in, he's really able to just really sell the fact that he's doing most of these stunts himself. And again, it's just really just hard hitting, it's great to watch, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, in terms of average things in this movie, the script is pretty average. There's not really much to say about it other than the fact that it's just an average level script that's for this kind of movie, you know? It's just about a mercenary who's getting a kid and rescuing him. There's not really much that you can do there with the script for this type of movie, and it doesn't really do anything above or beyond, so it's just kind of a generic script that you're not really going to be blown away by in any way, shape or form. I do have a small handful of negatives though. For one, I do feel like the movie is a tad too long, and I do feel like there's one scene in particular with a pretty famous actor, which I honestly believe could have been completely taken out of the film and it would have been no different. Like, it does have a really cool action sequence within it, but I do feel like that scene goes on just a bit too long, and it feels a bit pointless and superfluous by the end of the film, that I feel like they could have just taken that out and it would have been fine, especially because I just don't really feel like that scene added much to the movie. I mean, it was there to serve a certain purpose, which I'll get to next, but I just feel like you could have taken that out and it would have been absolutely fine and would have shaved about 10 minutes off the runtime. And that particular scene that I was talking about also has another sort of scene within it, which really is there to kind of give Chris Hemsworth's character the time to really give off his backstory and really just like explain his entire backstory and what was up with him and why you're seeing these certain flashes throughout the movie and stuff like that. And again, it was there really just to have Tyler have this scene of confession and to really show some emotion, because he doesn't really do that for the majority of the film. And again, it's not a bad scene and Chris Hemsworth acts the hell out of it. It's just, again, I feel like it doesn't need to be there, and because it's in this already sort of larger scene that doesn't need to be there, it feels even more pointless. And while I really enjoyed Chris Hemsworth as Tyler and also the young actor who played Ovi, I do feel like their relationship didn't come across as well as they wanted it to. By the end of the movie, Ovi is kind of completely dedicated to Tyler, and I just didn't really buy that necessarily. Like, I definitely loved the acting from the both of them, but their connection I didn't really buy, because I feel like the movie didn't do a good job of illustrating it and really building that connection. Overall, I thought Extraction was awesome. I loved this film. I just thought it was exactly what I wanted it to be. Like, this film was just full of fantastic action, and I mean fantastic. It was great. It was so hard-hitting. It was great to watch. It was brutal, genuinely wincing at times. Also, Chris Hemsworth as Tyler. Again, I really liked this character. I thought he was really cool, and I would love to see sort of other areas of this, because I want to see more from this character, really. And also, again, Golshifteh Farahani, really great in this. I loved her character as well. I just thought this movie had a lot of really great stuff going for it, which makes it just a really fun watch, particularly in these times. And yeah, while the script isn't the best, and I do feel like the movie's a bit too long and it's not exactly the most developed, I still feel like the film was there to give you some great action sequences and just a really fun time, and that's exactly what the film delivers. So with that said, I'm going to give Extraction an 8 out of 10. So have you guys seen Extraction? If you have, make sure to let me know all your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Did you like it, or were you disappointed? Whatever you thought about it, let me know in the comments down below. And as always guys, if you want to see more movie reviews and movie related videos just like this one, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload from me, and hope to see you guys again next time.